Alright, what is going on, everybody? It's Stiffscut here right now. I am here with the Pudster.
Hello, I am in a good mood about pro wrestling, as usually happens on January 5th. But I think it might go all downhill from here. But this is wrestling Christmas, man. This
It
is
is.
the WrestleMania of professional wrestling.
It is indeed. We
Yeah.
are going to be here today to review for you. You only. No, just you. Everybody else, click away. Go away.
Just one person at the tuna,
Ah, that's
just for you.
because you're a good stream, buddy. No, it's just for NXT and Zayn.
Yes, just for you.
F you. No. Anyways, we're gonna be doing a review of the New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 10, which happened last night or today, early today in the American time standards. But anyways, we're gonna be reviewing it. I just finished watching it about an hour ago. Obviously, Puddy watched it as it happened live because he has the
I
world.
watched
I
up
don't.
until the tag titles live, but thought, you know what, I want to watch the main events on a fresh head, so I slept, and then I woke up
All
and watched the
right,
main events.
gotta recharge the head though.
Yeah, I'm glad I did actually because the main events. I don't know. I guess one of the. Never. We'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good show overall. I felt like it could have been better, but I definitely think from a fan standpoint, for me, it's so much better than last year's. Because
Yeah.
last year's I had no idea who half the people
Yeah.
were, and thanks to you, you've educated me enough so that I know who everybody is now.
Yeah. I mean, I think the card is better. I thought the card was smoother. I don't know whether it's as good as Dominion was. Um. Okay. But I thought it was. I thought it was a better card, top to bottom. I thought it was. Yeah, it just flowed really well. I've heard some mixed opinions on whether it was, but I thought every match bar one was worth watching, and even that one was fun. There was a good mix of everything in there, a little bit of sports entertainment, a little bit of puro comedy. Obviously missing Joshi, but New Japan always is. And yeah, I mean, I didn't like. There was a lot of interference, which was a common theme
True.
of this card. But other than that, the card was pretty smooth and solid. And if you compared the show to last year, and also to the two previous years, both of which I watched live as well, um, or maybe three, I can't remember how long it's been. But it's I think it's either the best card or it's second best next to Wrestle Kingdom 8, which had a really solid card on it as well, because the juniors haven't really been the same since Coda and Devitt left.
Yeah.
But that really rounded out the card. That you had a good juniors match on there as well. But like I said, junior season is August, June, July. So no, this was good. Yeah, I enjoyed the card. I thought it was good.
All right, so we started off with the New Japan Rumble, which went
No,
about 32
no, that
minutes.
just was not the start of the show. The start of the show was the junior tag title
Okay,
match.
we're gonna start with the Rumble though, because did you watch it?
No, I watched
Okay,
the
moving
end.
on. Yada won it for some reason, and
Yes,
I felt it should have
this
been
is
Kojima.
Yano won it because there was a hot Japanese pop star in town who had agreed to accompany him to the ring, and he wanted to look strong in front of her, and he's the booker. That's why Yano won it.
Okay.
And I won't cast too many stones until we're absolutely sure that Triple H isn't going to win the Royal Rumble. But it's not the greatest thing in the world to book yourself to
As
an 80
Arnold Schwarzenegger accompanies him to the ring.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so officially starting off the night was the Young Bucks, Matthew
Do
Jackson
we
and
do we not
Nico
want to
Jackson.
talk about the anime commercial that they ran for like 20 minutes before the show started?
Um, I don't really want to, but if you want to, that's fine.
I no, I guess not. Okay, fine.
It was um, it was certainly something. Let's just leave it
Mm-hmm.
at that.
Okay, good.
So we start off with the Bucks versus the Dragon versus the Seidel Cachet versus the RPGs. What do you think?
I didn't think it was as good as last year's, although I do think Seidel and Ricochet added a breath of fresh air to it. I'm really like it's just if you like tag team to junior stuff, it's the
Like
same
me.
kind of match. But I just don't think it's as good as last year. And we've seen this match so many times, and I used to think this was the shit, and then I realized that like the juniors can do some really good stuff when it's 2v2, like Red Dragon Bucks at G1 Climax and stuff like that. But the division is really stale. The division is really stagnant and boring, and the
It
same
is, but
teams are
I don't think it's
stuff.
supposed to meant to like give
But
a good story to it. It's just supposed to do some
no,
flippy
but
stuff, get the crowd warmed.
the problem is the heavyweight tag division has the same problems, and I think a lot of it would be solved if they just got rid of the junior tag titles and made the Young Bucks heavyweights. and then just
No.
and then just did that because I think it'd solve a lot of problems. You could still have the flippy shit matches every now and then, but you could also have the more serious matches every now and then as well. Um, and also, I don't know, the tag divisions are just so bad right now that. But in terms of the match was okay. I thought it wasn't as good as last year's, but I thought it was all right. I mean, I've heard people say they should have put the titles on Ricochet and Matsuda because they're an exciting new team, which I think makes sense because neither of them are going to be singles guys for a couple of years, even if they do eventually make it. But the biggest thing coming out of this match has to be push Kyle O'Reilly because now he is not a tag team champion in any Fed. Ditch Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, singles junior, do it now. Promote Kenny Omega to a heavyweight.
Hmm.
It's all, yeah,
The
just
only
absolutely.
I felt it was kind of a bit random to put the titles in the box because I don't know. I think
Yeah.
if anything, the belt should have gone to Side Al Crochet, but or Red Dragon to keep it. But what?
When I saw the Bucks win the titles, I thought they might have gone for a Bullet Club clean sweep, but
Yeah,
they
that's
ended
what I
up
was thinking too, and especially when didn't another Bullet Club guy do
no.
something?
Bullet Club lost every other match that night.
Oh Jesus! I thought, yeah, that by my thoughts exactly. But it was good. I enjoyed it. It's not really about the story, like I said. It's just to hype up the crowd, and it was good for what it was worth. It's basically the same thing every year, but I mean, I enjoy it for what it is. But in a few
Yeah,
years, I'll probably be like you, saying I thought this was awesome at
it's
first,
hard to
but
be offended. It's hard to be offended by a junior tag match. They never do anything that's like that's offensive.
except for one of the Bucks failing to get in the ring.
Even, I didn't notice it, so there you
You didn't
go.
notice it? Like Nick tried to get in the ring and he like fell down and he like flopped right back out of the ring. He started getting really
I
mad.
probably just assumed it was a spot and that somebody touched him and he oversold.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out whether it was intentional or a botch. I assumed it was a botch because that's what it looked like. But yep. So final star rating on this: 1 out of 5 or a 0 out of 5.
Probably a 3.5. Or it might have edged 3.75. I don't know. I don't know. It depends. It depends. Because
All
I
right.
wasn't as big of a fan of last year's as some people were. So, probably 3.5, 3.25, something like that.
All right.
Somewhere in the threes. Although
I
it's very
gave it a
fluctuating.
I gave it a 3.5. Now we go to in my opinion the worst match on the card. Even though it wasn't bad, it was just it was kind of comical for what it was worth. It was for the inaugural never openweight six-man tag team champions, the Briscoes and Toru Yano, the most random team in the world, beats Bullet
You
Club.
don't think the Briscoes fit Chaos like to a T? Because I think they fit
They
Chaos to a
do, but
T.
they're not a member, so what? It was just
They
weird.
are now.
Are they?
Probably. Who knows?
I feel like it's just kind of random. I mean, I get it was the first championship, so you'd probably want to put the faces over, but I mean, Toru Yano
They
makes
were
no
barely
sense.
faces.
The
Chaos
what?
are like tweeners at best.
Yeah, and
Toriano's a bad.
the only thing is Tor acted so comical in this one, and I'm like,
Well, he
wait,
always is.
did
Yeah.
I not just watch him be like a super heel against Tana at Dominion?
Nah, cause like he's a sleazeball, but like Tana was a bit of a bastard in that feud as well, because it was all about Tana being a sore loser. That was because I think it was Yano beat him in New Japan Cup, and he was spent the rest of the year making sure that that jobber didn't have a positive record against him. So it was like I don't know if he was the mega heel in that feud, but you know, but no, Yano's fun. I mean, he's sports entertaining.
He's fat.
Um, he is. I think that adds to it. He's fun. He's funny. He does good stuff.
Would you
He's
say he's the Japanese Dusty?
no, nowhere close. He's like the Japanese,
Santino?
possibly. Yeah, I think he's maybe better. I don't know. It's
Japanese
hard.
Grado?
Japanese Grado, possibly. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Alright.
But no, this is good. This means possibly two things, which is the more Briscoe dates in Japan, which would be fun because that trio has some
Nobody
potential. I mean,
cares about them.
true, but that trio has potential in the future, and possibly more Toriano ROH dates, which could also be fun. But the other trio, Takahashi's bad. He brought his wrong girlfriend this week, so I was very upset about that. Tamatonga's good as usual, and Bad Luck Fale is
Bad luck, Folly.
really really bad. So yeah, this was like a dud. Like I don't even
I
like
think one of my favorite spots in the match was probably the only good spot that I enjoyed in the match is when Yano was doing something with Fale, and then Thomas sneaked up behind him and tapped him, and then Yano turned around and got freaked out by his face paint.
yes. Yeah, that was good. I do like Thomas' face paint. I think he does a good job with it.
I remember
No,
last
this.
year he didn't even have it. Now I saw him for the first time. I'm like, holy crap, that's actually pretty freaking cool.
Mm. Yeah, Thomas good. Like I have had some very interesting, bold statements that he's the second best worker in the Bullet Club, which I think is a little high.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's third at best
I
behind.
mean, Kenny's in there as well.
Yeah,
Plus the
exactly. So
Bucks.
I think he's better than the Bucks, but
I think the Bucks are better than him as a team.
maybe, maybe. I don't know. It depends. We haven't seen Tomer in a serious role yet,
Yeah,
so we
I
might
do
never.
felt that this match was a bit misplaced on the card, considering it was kind of comical. The only comical one of the night should have been able to maybe right after Goto and Naito, but I don't know.
Well, in Japan they just do worst to best.
Yeah,
That's how
but
they roll.
yeah. Moving on to ROH World Title. Yeah, it feels
I
kind of
think
weird to know that. No, okay, go. You can go.
I think Lethal was hurt.
Think
Like,
Lethal was hurt. Why
you
is
know
that?
the dive to the outside where he ended up mounting the.
Yeah, yeah, that was nasty.
He looked very slow and out of it. Maybe he got intimidated by the Japanese crowd. It's probably the biggest crowd he's ever worked in front of, and they did not give a shit about him at all. Um,
Which is kind of sad considering these guys would main event ROH pay per view, and then like they're just a random mid card match on this card, and nobody cared at all.
it was the same thing when Kurt Angle and whoever the hell they had back in '06 or whatever it was for the
Kurt Angle
TNA
and the
title.
other guy.
But like, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, it's not sad. It's just that Elgin got really over with Japan last year, and he deserved this, but he didn't deserve this. You know what I mean? Like he deserved a singles match on the Dome. He deserved to win. He did not deserve the interference bullshit, and
Yeah,
he does not deserve to
I
stay in
thought
ROH.
of exactly of you when that happened. Like, man, if I booked that in New Japan, Puddy would hate me, and the crowd would hate me, and all of that. I was surprised that the crowd didn't riot.
I feel like Gato wanted to put Mike over, and then ROH were like, no. So
Yeah, probably. But
I
this
feel,
was actually one of the shortest matches on the card.
yeah, but I looked at the match times. Every match went over 10 minutes on this card.
hmm The match went over 11 minutes actually, so that's good.
Oh, didn't check that. I didn't know. I wasn't going to be that specific. But yeah, no, yeah, this didn't feel long or short. Everything felt shorter than I thought it was on this card. But it was the second shortest match on the card. But no, I thought Elgin deserved more. If I was him, I would just say no to ROH now and say, look,
I feel like he
it
would fit
hasn't
New
worked.
Japan.
He does. He really does. And he does not suit ROH at all. His push was awful. His character just doesn't work there. He's not a sports entertainer, I guess. He just can't characterize very well, but he's a decent wrestler when you give
hmm
him the chance.
And he can hit and hard.
Did that elbow at some point. I can't remember when it was, but there was an
That
elbow.
elbow though.
Yeah. It was Nikki Bella worthy. It was it was great. No, like no, he's great. He is good. I think he's never open weight to a T. I think
hmm
that's a guarantee. And if you could replace Togi Makabe
I
with
mean, if
Michael Elgin,
Takahashi won the belt, so could Elgin.
yeah, but that was back when they were still making it like a young guy's title.
Yeah. Going back
Now
to
it's just
the
stiff, man.
Never Six Man. What was your star rating for that?
It's nowhere high. It's the highest I'm gonna give it is a 1.75, but I'm tempted to just give it a 1.
Yeah, I'm giving it a one. And what would you do for the ROH? I'd probably say
3.
2.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like 3 at the highest. I thought it was okay. Honestly, it's just I don't. I love Jay
Didn't feel
Lethal as a
special.
character. Yeah,
Felt like it
yeah.
was a mid card title when it was supposed to be the world title.
I mean, it is a mid card title on this show.
Yeah,
So
not for ROH. Stick to the kayfabe.
but the New Japan kayfabe, it's some random shitty title that this
These guys don't
random
know
Jay
who even
Lethal
ROH
holds.
is. I will say that Lethal Injection is one of my favorite finishers, though.
Yeah, it's a good finisher. I just think it takes a lot of setup, so that's why it's a little bit yeah. But I do like the look of it.
But yeah, so now moving to the junior title match, which was pretty good for what it was worth. I enjoyed the
A
involvement of
lot of
Ryusuke.
interference.
I enjoyed Ryusuke though. He was it was good.
This
Kushida
was
went over Omega for the title, and another thing
so
that I thought was pretty random.
So these two have fought each other a lot this year, and I feel like they just said, let's just make this into kind of a fun match,
Hmm.
which is actually every match except for the final three. I felt like they weren't taking that seriously, but it's there's so much interference. Bullet
Yeah.
Club is starting to really get on my nerves.
Here's the thing. When you told me during the show that there's no DQs in Japan, a lot of things they distracted the referee for. Like if there's no DQs, why did they do that?
Sometimes they distract the referee, sometimes they don't. It's like it's same with like the junior tag matches. Sometimes they have to tag each other in, and sometimes they don't. It's like I
And then another
don't.
thing, like the refs count. He counts like about 30% of the time.
Yeah, no, it's true. I think it might be actually that you can only start counting when there's two people outside the ring. You can't win by count out. You can only draw by count out. But
Hmm.
I'm not sure on that one. It's also a 20 count. I know you know that.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
But they do have a guy on the mic talking about
Yeah,
doing
that
the
was
counts.
weird.
It's pretty good. No, they don't. They have that on every show. That's good.
Hmm.
I like that. Yeah, the juniors title. I feel like they just threw a lot at this, trying to make it good because they know Kenny Omega and Kushida
Basically
aren't
the only
great with each
ones.
other. Aren't great with each other. So it's like I'm not. They just they tried to throw a lot at it. They're both really good juniors. They're just not good with each other. And Kushida goes over, and I think that's the right choice. I think, but
I don't
I
know. It
don't.
felt really random for me. I feel like Kenny should have retained.
Well, I hope they move him on in a lot of ways, like turn him face, move into the heavyweight division, get rid of Bullet Club, things like that. So I think it's a good thing not for him to have the title because with Kushida, he's juniors for at least another year. He could very well be like the next Kota Ibushi. He's got
True.
all of the tools to do so, but he's very short. So I'm not sure about about that one, but
I
he's
could not see
probably
Kushida being a heavyweight.
no, but you say that about 2012 Kota Ibushi as well. Um,
He's not actually a heavyweight just yet.
no, he's never going to be. He's not going to bulk up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you're going back to your point about disbanding Bullet Club and getting the title off Kenny, why would they give the titles to Bucks then?
I
If they
don't
would,
know.
that
Everything
was like the
else,
most random thing.
well, probably because there's nobody else they could give it to. And if Bullet Club breaks up, Bucks are still gonna have the
Side
juniors.
out Cachet, man.
They could have. I just don't know how many dates Idol Ricochet are working, so maybe they're not coming back for a while.
Hmm.
Whereas Bucks will be there for New Beginning.
Plus,
You
probably
know,
Ricochet's a lot of tied up with LU. That might have been a point.
I don't think so. I think the taping schedule for LU is really light.
Okay. Anyways, star rating for the juniors match.
Another three around there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say maybe three, even 2.75.
Yeah, I'd say 2.75 only because the interference was a lot worse in this match than the ROH title match.
Hmm.
So
And
it
then we
just
move on to the match that goes 1 second more.
yes.
The GBH defeats Gallows and Anderson for the tag titles. Another title change that comes back to back. Once again, pretty random, but it's a good feel moment for Hanma and Makabe. The first time those two together have won the belts. The first time Hanma's ever had a title. So I guess it made kind of sense. Plus, Gallows and Anderson are getting pretty stale, but Anderson should go on a singles run and do something good. I feel he has potential, even though he's rumored to be leaving. But GBH winning seemed like a pretty good option. I thought it was a decent match overall. It was nothing special though.
Yeah. I think I would have got more invested in this before the allegations came out about Hanma. I think
Same.
we all would have. But otherwise, I think they made a good attempt at a tag team match. These matches are never good. I think this division is really bad after Goto and Shibata have left it. Well, like
Ingo should
half
really
left it.
move into that division.
I don't know because then you waste Naito.
I mean, like maybe Bushi and Evil if Bushi's
Well, I've
a
never seen
heavyweight.
Bushi work, so I don't know.
Bushi's never worked a match.
Well, there you go. There you go. He's Coda, right? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's Coda. But this division's bad. I think you should merge the juniors and the heavyweight tag divisions, and I think you just have a lot more options that way. I don't think it fixes
But
much, but it
size
fixes
matters,
them.
man. The juniors would get killed.
They have two open weight divisions now.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like it's I know that the heavyweight title and the IC title are still size matters kind of things, and that's fine. And but
You're
they
the
do have
one who
two.
told me that. Ooh, size matters, Dave. Ooh,
Size does
Fale beat
matter.
Tana very easily. Ooh, size matters.
Size does matter, okay, but in the interest of sports entertainment, we should be moving the juniors tags and the heavyweights tags. Hey, fuck it, make the juniors have to work really fucking hard in that division. Make it happen. It's fine. Like have it be a thing where like juniors don't win the titles that often, but they're the guys that job on the shows, and that's exciting because it's juniors.
I feel like if they were to just disband the junior tag division, which I'm not saying would be a good idea, but if they did do it, the junior division would just be fire.
It could be. I mean, it could. The problem with the junior division is that they're all of the talent is Gaijin, and
Yeah, that's true.
you've got two great. You've currently got two native juniors that are towards the top, and that's Kushida and Taguchi. So
If you
mm,
even count Taguchi.
he was wrestling for the title a year ago. I think you can
Half a
count it.
year ago, man. What has he done since? It's literally been Kushida and Omega for like
And
like 6 months.
Ricochet and O'Reilly. Yeah, those four. And Ricochet and O'Reilly.
Haven't even seen Ricochet on.
Ricochet.
That's the first time I've ever seen Ricochet without a mask. This show.
Ricochet. Really? You didn't see
Yes.
Ricochet before the LU stuff?
Nope. Because the only thing I watch is WWE and TNA.
Okay, well, Ricochet was on G1 this year against Kushida,
Okay.
and yeah, that was a good match. It was like
So,
four,
star rating for the tag match.
like I don't know, 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. Then we go into a match where I thought it was a decent match for what it was, but once again, a lot of interference by Inga Barnables, and
Mm.
I feel they put the wrong man over, in my opinion.
No, I'm surprised you even thought Naito had a chance in this match. This is classic Big Show faces. Like
Big
this is the
Show,
biggest.
Japan, ew.
This is the biggest show of the year, and that's the biggest heel in the company, and he's probably not going to win that match. And it's also a really big face as well on the other side. Like that guy has actually probably had a better year in kayfabe. Like if you actually think about it, he won the IC title. Yeah, he actually won it. He won the IC title. He beat Shinsuke Nakamura, and he's had a really good year. And Naito has had a pretty bad year,
Yeah,
all
but this
things
was their
considered.
chance to turn Naito around, man, and Naito
No,
needed this more than
the
anything.
time for Naito will be in Osaka in June at Dominion, where he's going to get so much heat because Osaka hates Naito. These are the same people that booed the ever-loving shit out of him when he won the G1 in 2013. Was a huge babyface and is going to get mega hate in Osaka. And
When
when
he
he
wins the
wins the
title, right?
title, well, even if he
Good.
doesn't win the title, he's going to get mega
No,
heat.
he's winning the
But
title.
yeah, I hope he wins the title there. But there's a lot more you can do. You can like Goto's the man. The reason why Goto goes over here is because he's probably going to go on to face Okada at New Beginning. Uh,
Boo!
Goto Okada's
Goto
going to be
sucks.
great. Goto's great. This match
Goto's
was
not
great.
great.
I like seeing Captain New Japan in Goto's corner because it means that yes, Los Ingobernables are being treated as an invasion. Lovely. So that's great. Interference is crap. Goto like saying no, giving no shits about it and just like destroying all of them was fun. And then it was
Puddy,
good. It
Puddy,
was alright.
you know what he was doing?
No selling.
Like,
The Undertaker.
yeah! So, anyways, okay, star rating on the match, I'd probably give that a 2.5.
I think it was better than the two other interference laden matches, like 3.25 from here.
Okay,
So,
now we move on to a
the
match.
main events.
Yeah, a match that's not really my style, but I enjoyed it anyway because these guys were legitimately breaking their teeth for the entertainment of the fans. It went 17 minutes long. Shibata beats Ishii, or Ishii in terms of striker, for the Never title.
Okay, so
First, clear it up. It is Ishii. It's not Ishii, right?
depends if you're talking about the Japanese English announcer or the Japanese announcer.
No.
The
Striker and Kelly all said Ishii.
and so did the Japanese English announcer. but the Japanese announcer says Ishii.
I'm gonna say Ishii because it's easier.
That's what I do. I do the Japanese pronoun. Anyway, so a lot of people are giving this a lot of love, and I have to feel it's because they're not like year-long watchers of this product,
Mhm.
because I've seen better from both this year. but it's a style that I really like. It's a style that hides a lot of weaknesses, and these two are some of the best at it in the entire promotion. And for a lot of people who've been invested in Katsuyori Shibata over the last 2 years in kayfabe, it's a big moment for that. And it's an interesting kind of thing, but I have to say I have seen better from both, in my opinion. I think Shibata Sakuraba was better. I think Ishii Honma
Good
was
God,
better.
no, the Sakuraba was
Uh,
awful.
I can't believe like you must have like just been sleeping during that match or something, because this match
I
is
was
literally
almost
the same
asleep during the
style.
match, though.
Sakuraba was in the New Japan Rumble, by the way. But yeah, no, this match was not as good as I've seen from both of those two, but it was still amazing. Some people are calling this match of the night. I think it was the second best match of the night, upon
I would
further
agree with you.
reflection.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It's a great style. I really like the style. I think they do it really well. I don't know where Ishii fits in the two titles above the Never title, but
He could be
Sak
IC champ, I'd say, probably.
maybe one day, yeah. But I think.
Well, not one day. Gotta be soon. The guy's 40.
Yeah, but he's got time for one IC title reign. I don't know what they're gonna do with the IC title reign if rumors are to be believed, because the IC title is one man. Um,
But let me
but
let me just say, like last year when it was my first time I ever saw Ishii, I thought the dude was huge and his opponent was just really tall. Second time I watched Ishii versus Hanma at the New Beginning, I thought, this guy looks smaller than I saw him. And then this time I watched, I realized the guy is really tiny.
yeah, he's very small. He's the pit bull. That's his nickname.
But the dude, like massive, like so menacing and all that, which is why I thought you liked him so much. And then I'm like, oh my God, Striker just said 5'5". Are you kidding? This guy's shorter than Ray.
Yeah, no, he's tiny. He's a stiff dude, but he's tiny. He's the pit bull. That's what he does.
I'm
No,
like
this
a half a foot taller than him.
so I think the selling was perfect for the style in this match. They
I,
never
I love the
went.
sequence at the beginning where they just like no, so they just
Yeah,
sat down.
it's that.
Come at me, bro.
Sometimes this style of match runs into the problem of you go too long. So what it does is you have, instead of selling every move, you have sequences where you're trading moves and then you sell at the end of the sequence. And sometimes sequences can go too long and it gets ridiculous in this kind of match. These two know that the sequence can only be a certain length, and they do it perfectly. They do it fantastically. And there's some great spots during it. Obviously, the submission stuff. I think they were trading stiff kicks. At some point, they traded headbutts, like head on head
Oh yeah,
headbutts.
that was my second favorite spot of the night.
I don't know. It was nasty. I don't know if I want to watch that again.
Oh, I would
But
love to watch it over and over again.
no, it's like it's pure at its finest. I don't think it's as good as Ishii Honma. But
For
yeah, it
those
was good.
for those watching, just want to point out that I may be a bit critical of Shibata because I don't like the guy and I don't really like Hanma either. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
you made me hate Shibata.
yeah. Well, I just told you the truth. The man hates professional wrestling.
Then why is
Anyway.
he doing it? Why is he doing it really good?
He's really good at it, and he gets paid a lot of money.
Bro,
Anyway,
it's all about the money, bro.
anyhow, no, I think there's some great spots doing it. I thought the only criticism I've seen of this entire match is that the penalty kick was very abrupt compared
Yeah,
to
I
what
didn't
we've
think the
seen
finish was
these
that
two
good, which
before.
kind of ruined it. It would have been five
Well,
stars.
well, it's the thing where if you need to like you need to understand it was going to end with a penalty kick. Like, but it's like we've had submission penalty kicks. We've
Did he
had
mess it
like
up or something?
it was fine. That was a normal penalty kick. It just came like from a match of this magnitude. You expect like a brainbuster into a penalty kick, or a
Yeah.
Michinoku driver into a penalty kick, or a Phoenix splash off the top rope from Ishii lands into a penalty kick. But you know,
Good God.
but yeah, no, like you do expect just some sort of more of a sequence, and it wasn't like the knockout artist Shibata
hmm
abrupt finish that we've seen, like in Sakuraba Shibata, where it was like, "Oh, I've caught you, you're done." Like,
Even if,
and
like,
it
I
was
think that
great
it would
storytelling.
have, even though it came out of nowhere, I think the camera angle was pretty bad because camera was
Yeah,
behind Ishii and it didn't really show. And plus, if Shibata would have angled it a little better so that it would have like made a sound that you could like
well, it
heard it.
did. You probably just missed it, but it did make the sound. It
Okay.
did make the usual sound.
So stars, I give it 4.5.
Um, I initially gave it 4, but I'm definitely going up because I've had further reflection and I've watched it again.
It's because
Um,
of me.
I think it's either a 4.25 or it's a 4.5, depending on. I
Gotta
have
pick one, bro.
I'd have to rewatch Sakuraba, Shibata, and this a couple
No, just
times.
pick one.
Well,
You make it too complicated.
I think Shibata Sakuraba is better, but I'd have to rewatch them to like get proper grades and stuff. But yeah,
So we're
yeah.
gonna go even like 4.4, just average them out.
4.25.
Okay,
I'll
all
go
right.
with.
So next was the Intercontinental title match, and I have a lot of thoughts on this.
Okay.
It went 24 minutes, and Nakamura beat Styles. I feel like the match definitely was hyped up really big, and I feel like it did live up to its hype. But I was expecting it to live up to its hype and a little bit extra, and I don't feel like they went that extra mile, which kind of flopped the match a little bit. Which is why I give it 4 stars because the match was still really good itself. But I felt like Nakamura was he was kind of off just a little bit, despite what you say, because he hit like 5 Bombayés. So I felt like the match was good, but a little bit anticlimactic.
Well, I went in with not very much of an expectation because I knew they weren't going to top last year,
Oh
Shinsuke's
yeah,
match,
yeah, Coda's was a
anywhere.
lot better.
I knew AJ wasn't anywhere near what Kota is, and I knew that
Damn.
well, Shinsuke might be like on time decline. We think this every year, but then he comes back on January 4th. He's like, oh no, he just works one night a year. But then it's like, I don't know. This match was Kota was definitely Shinsuke. He's working. This is him. This is him at his best. I don't think he's off at all. But um,
It just didn't seem as good as I
A-
thought it would be.
AJ might be hurt. Did have that back injury, but
Hmm.
they worked really well. There were some nice spots. There was no rivalry. There's no point for them to be
That's
fighting,
true. That's true.
which is why this match didn't come
It's
anywhere near the
basically
code.
all of New Japan. Wink.
Yeah, but no, like it was like one of the
Racist.
it was one of the matches with like the least stakes on the entire card. There was like, and usually like they even try to weave some sort of story into it, but it's like no, these two are just, there's no like literally there's no reason for them to be fighting unless you want to put some like chaos Bullet Club patriotism in there, but it's like no, there's
That's
really
been done a
not.
million times before.
Yeah, it's like you could have done stuff with this, but these two tend like they've been on the same side most of the year. It's like they all hate Tana. It's like we all try and keep Coda down, but it's like it's just like I don't know. I just didn't feel a connection to this one, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. There was some really good professional wrestling going on here, but yeah, you're well, but I didn't go in with any expectations because I don't think I like AJ Styles as much as you do. But like it's what it is. It's what I expected out of it.
Yeah.
And if this is the last match both of them work in this company, which I would be very surprised if it is, then it was probably a pretty good one to go out on.
Yeah, I agree. I think I like Styles a bit more than you because I know I'm from TNA, which is homegrown, and I just gotta say, my favorite move from him isn't the Pele. It's not the Clash. It's the Springboard Superman. I mark out for that for some reason.
It's got calf cutter for me. Every leg submission he does looks beautiful.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, the going back to your point about Coda, how all 4 of them are trying to keep Coda down. It reminds me of the match with I think it was Triple H, Edge, and Hardy at like Armageddon of '08, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, eight.
Okay. And where like Triple H and Edge just like kept kicking Hardy off the apron and would never let him get in the match until finally he won, which is what I hope Coda's gonna do. But I feel like right now we're in the middle of the match where all 4 of them just keep saying no, go away.
Well, Coda is a difficult case because there's a lot of factors with Coda, including the fact that he works for another company, and
He
he's
does.
apparent
Noah?
yeah works with a couple of other companies. I think he's worked with Noah before, but he works DDT mainly,
Oh yeah.
which is a sports entertainment fed that parodies WWE. Um, so it's difficult with Coda. I think a lot of people, especially in the West, see him and think he's a big star, and a lot of people in the East, I think, agree. At least some of them do. But the entire roster is so stagnant, and it has been for 4 years, that it's hard for anyone to move up and down. And when you're someone trying to tell that Junior Ascend storyline, when the roster is so stagnant, there's nobody to help you on your way. Like there's a way to tell that story. It's like, oh yeah, okay, so you feud with Goto for 6 months, and then you feud with say
Shibata.
Shibata maybe. That's the thing, because once you feuded with Goto, Shibata's never been in the IC title race really. Like so
Yeah,
it's
true.
you've got to probably go Shinsuke,
Yeah,
and then
that's what I
you've
was
probably got
thinking.
to go Tana, and then you probably go like you've got four people. Whereas if they had a little bit more movement on the roster, you could probably go for like, with someone like Shibata, someone like Honma, someone like Naito. You know, these people that could be. But right now, it's literally just there's two people who are in the world title feud,
Hmm.
and then there's one who's
For
in the
like the
IC
past
title.
4 years.
Well, there's only been one. There's only been one title match in 4 years that hasn't included at least one of Tanahashi and Okada.
And that was
One of
Nakamura and
I think it was Styles Coda. I think it
oh
was
right.
Styles Coda from Invasion Attack last year.
All right, 1 second.
Um,
I'm gonna let you take over just a second. My headset's dying. I'll be right back.
okay, so yeah, with Coda it's difficult, but with this match in particular, I think it was. I mean, no, I don't think anybody thought Styles was going over here. You can tell the Invader gets the title storyline, which they've done before, and they've done it with the world title. I don't think you do it with the IC title. I don't know what they do with the IC title. Which the Never title is so weird. The Never title kind of ruins the IC title because the people who are in the Never title race should be with the IC title, and then like the people who should be in the Never title race are the young boys on random prelims. But it's just the Never title has become such a big deal now that you can't really get rid of it. But then the people who were fighting for the Never title should be fighting for the IC
Yeah,
title.
I disagree. I think the Never title is a really good like a kind of a third world championship, kind of, because like the Never's kind of like established itself. Like Never title's on the line. These guys are gonna beat the crap out of each other.
It's true, but like that kind of ruins the IC because what's the point of the IC when Shinsuke's the only person who holds it
Yeah,
ever?
but
But
I digress. So star rating on the IC title match, I said 4.
might say 4-2.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Anyways, the big one, the one where Okada finally did it and he beats Tana clean after 36 minutes and
Spoilers.
1 second.
Lol, Tana wins. No, wait, what? No,
If
he
you, what are you
doesn't.
saying about spoilers? Why are people watching the video if they haven't watched the show?
It's a spoiler-free review. Come on now.
Ah, my bad.
Yeah,
Then this entire video is ruined. Um. Anyways,
disgraceful.
I thought this match. I thought it was amazing. The whole pace of the match was great. It started out really slow, but which was perfect considering how many times these guys have fight. These guys have fought because they've really done everything about what they can with each other, and they're just feeling each other out in the beginning. Then pace picks up a little bit, and then within the closing like 10 minutes of the match, it's really going. Guys are doing their finishers. Both men at one point do each other's finishers, which is a great spot. So many near falls. I really thought Okada was going to lose at one point after one high fly flow to the back and then another flow to the front. And
Yep.
yeah, it was an amazing match all around. I marked out when Okada finally did it, and I still think the Rainmaker's a bit weak. But oh yeah,
Disgraceful.
Okada finally beat Tana, which I felt was an awesome moment. And yeah, I'd give it a 5 star. I think it's the best match of the night. What do you think?
So this one's a little mixed across the community because I think how you feel about this match very much depends on how you feel about not only the rivalry but also Kazuchika Okada. I think if you're invested in
You mean
this
Okato?
story, no, I mean Okada. If you're invested in Okada's quest to beat Tanahashi and to become the ace, and if you care about that, then I think this was kind of the perfect end to what has been a pretty well told story. And I loved it every second of it because I thought it was perfect. I thought there was some fantastic imagery at the end, which the first 10 minutes were absolutely. There's so many problems with the first 10 minutes. Like there could be an hour on its own, but I'm not going to talk about those. The first 10 minutes were pretty bad in terms of the story and in terms of the match. It was bad, and then also there was some bad selling towards the end, and it was also a really sloppy match. But who cares about
Well
that
then.
really? But There was some really
It's
powerful
all about
image.
the story, bro.
There was some really powerful imagery towards the end. Like Okada goes for the Rainmaker, Tanahashi just slaps the fucker. Like, no, you stay down. You stay there. I'm the ace. I'm the guy who has led this thing for like 10 years, okay? And then as the two fall to the mat, Okada just continues to hold the arm of Tanahashi like, you know what, when we get back up, I'm gonna so Rainmaker you so hard. And I have to win this match. I will not let go of this dream, and I will not let go of you. It's like, yes, this is fantastic. And everything is great. And Tanahashi is 39 years old, and they have done almost a that man's career is a perfect like take
It's better
this
than
recipe.
Cena's.
I mean, yeah, it's almost a perfect recipe of take this. This is how you create somebody who can like be the only star in your company. Is like you make him amazingly good at what he does, the ace, and then towards like the twilight 4 years of his career, you make him a cocky bastard, and then you find someone who's better and put him over him. And I think Okada's young, Okada's great, Okada is the best wrestler in the world. Like just right now, he's taken that spot because he's so good. He's
Debatable.
so good. Of course, everything's debatable, but he's just so great at everything, and the story's fantastic. And he's ready to go back into a heel now because he's finally like triumphed. But I don't know if it's too soon. I know you've got the Naito story to tell. You've got a lot to tell, but people love him. He's super over. He's super good in the ring. I think this match was a masterclass. I think it was the best of their saga, almost. Maybe the first one or two were slightly better before you got into the staleness of it. But this was just great. A perfect way to end the story. I knew this match was going to be good. I knew it was going to be the best one. I too thought Tano was going to win a couple times. I was like, no, you can't do
I
this.
know, me
You
too.
you can't do this again, Gato. You can't do this to me.
Just like, Tana, we'll give you one more year. Next year, though.
Yeah, next year, and then Tana wins again. It turns into a 5 year. I'm like, no, no more, Ghetto, no more. But I have faith. I think this match gives me a lot of faith. I mean, we all knew that this wasn't going to be the night where everything changes because even if Okada goes over, it's still Okada. He's one of the three people who have been in the main event for like 5 years.
Mm.
But it gives me faith because Tana is again 39 and he's lost, and there looks to be three or four guys who are ready to challenge Okada that aren't Tanahashi. So it's like, yeah, maybe it is. With Tana gone, they've got to build another third guy. We've had a lot of Gaijin talent flirt with the main event for 2 or 3 years. I don't know whether they're willing to kind of put someone there, especially if Styles is taking some time off to heal. But I don't know. But it's really great. I think the match is excellent. I think the night capped really well with it. I thought the night flew by,
I
and this
do.
match especially flew
It didn't
by.
feel like I sat down and watched a 4 hour show. It really felt like 2 hours
It's
more.
five, dude. It
No,
was five.
no, the stream that I watched was 422.
The stream that I watched was 6:44.
Good
That was
God.
that was the
Did you
that was the
watch
new.
the. You didn't even see the Rumble.
No, that was just the post. That was like with 30 minutes of post show interviews and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Um, but like as they do on the world a lot, I think. Or it was like the commentators talking, and Liger was very, very pumped. He's very
Yeah.
excited about the new ace. Um,
So,
but
I've got one just a few things to say. This match was it included my favorite spot of the night, which was can you try and take a guess at it?
was it the slap?
No.
Was it the slap into "I will not let go of you" like
No, well
moment
that was good,
that
but
I will remember for I think all of my life. I think that's
yes.
one of the best. I think that's my favorite spot of the year.
Well, the year's only
Of
been
the,
on for 4 days.
I consider a year to be 12 months. Of the last
Um,
12 months, I consider that to be the spot. Like it's ridiculous.
yeah. So my favorite spot of the night was the high fly flow to the outside. That was amazing.
Yeah, I mean we've seen that in almost every one of their
Okay,
matches
you're
now.
pessimistic.
They've seen we like literally for the last
I
four
haven't
of
seen
these
it
two
once.
guys.
I haven't. I only
It was
one
in
I
last
watched.
year's Wrestle Kingdom match that you
I
saw.
forgot. I hated the match between them last year anyway. So question is probably an obvious question, but do you think Okada has officially dethroned Tana?
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely, he's the ace. There's no doubt. They were talking about it on comms as well, on Japanese comms. Like he's the ace.
Okay.
He's absolutely, yeah, officially. There's no way Tana comes. He's 39. There's no way Tana comes back now, which is great. so happy. And like I
No
said, like
chill.
no hard feelings to him. I don't hate him. Like, and I just said earlier that his career is a blueprint.
I
But
think the guy still goes amazing for being 39.
yeah, I do too. I think he's doing great. But storytelling wise, character wise, it's time for him to hell. If rumors are to
Kake.
be believed, it might be time for Hiroshi Tanahashi to be the IC title guy.
Oh wow, the Shinsuke treatment.
Yeah, except instead of being really young, you're gonna be really old.
All right, anyways, man. Rating on the main event.
It's really close to being 5 stars. I think you gotta like I don't know. It's if I call it 5 stars, I'm calling it as good as Kota Shinsuke and as good as Punk Cena.
If
Um,
yeah, I give it
just
five
like
stars without a doubt. But you're more experienced with New Japan for me, so you've probably seen a lot better.
well, I think no. The first 10 minutes, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be the one of those 4 stars, low 4 star stuff, and then those last 15 minutes, and you
Yeah,
see if you look back at my rating for it when I first posted it, I was like 5 stars. I was
yeah,
like, yeah, that was amazing, and the story was fantastic. And I've been talking about this story for the last year. I've told you how much I love the story. So the fact that they finally paid it
yeah,
off in
a
such a
lot.
satisfying way, the fact that they finally paid it off in such a satisfying way with the correct finish in professional wrestling, sports entertainment. Like it's a very rare thing to see a story concluded correctly, and uh, and
In
I
New
thought they did
Japan or
a
just wrestling?
in all of wrestling. I
Okay.
think it's really hard to see a story concluded correctly, and they've actually finally done it here in so many. Like this is a fade to black moment almost. You fade to black, show's over, get kind of movies over, TV show is over. This is like an ending. This is great. I think it's really really well done. I think it's got to be 5 stars though. Not like I've just talked so much like love about it. I think it's got to be, but but it is close. I would be. Well, if I haven't watched it again yet because it's so long.
4.9.
Well, no, I go in in 2.5s, but I think it might be as 4.275 in the record books, but I think it could
I
very
think
well be a five
story-wise, it
star.
was 5 star without a doubt. And then the like I said, it was very very slow in the beginning, but I felt that benefited the match a lot. It was the definition of a slow build to me.
Well, I think the action was better than Punk Cena,
The
and the story,
action.
but I think the story was better as well. So I think it's gotta be 5 stars for me. Like, but again, it just depends on how much you care about Kazuchika Okada. It's the same reason why people who don't
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
NXT probably don't think Brooklyn and Respect were match of the year candidates because they just don't care about those characters as much.
Mhm.
But yeah, I love Okada. I think he's had a fantastic career so far. He's 20 something, 8 or 9, and he's yeah, in my opinion, now finally with a demotion for who I previously thought was the best wrestler in the world. Um, I feel like he's best wrestler in the world right now,
Yeah.
and he's yeah.
One thing I have a problem with on the wiki page, it says Kazuchika Okada, champion with Goto, defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi. No mention of Captain New Japan whatsoever.
No match. Damn you! I love that. There's one I haven't told. I told you this, but I haven't told you the people this. One of my favorite moments from the last year or two was when Tana. I think it was this year. It was the New Beginning or maybe Invasion Attack where Tana came out to face AJ Styles,
I thought
and they
that
had
was
a
Dominion.
no, Dominion. Okada beat Styles for the title.
Oh yeah, true.
Tana Styles. I think Invasion Attack. They had a shot of Styles with all of Bullet Club behind him, like 12 people or something, and then they cut to Tana and Captain New Japan's like, "You can do it, bro." And then the match that follows is pretty great too. Tana gets busted open. There's some like that's the best use of Bullet Club interference ever. And then finally AJ wins the title to nuclear heat, and then they have a Bullet Club roll call. So that was great stuff. But yeah, enough talking about a show that happened a year ago. We're hoping New Beginning and Invasion Attack this year are good
Oh
because
yeah.
they usually are. They were good last year, so and I
Just
got
out of
faith.
curiosity, what do you rate Okada and Tana's match last year?
4.75.
Really? Okay, I'd probably rate it a 4. I didn't really think it was that good, mainly because I was burnt out from Kota and Shinsuke. But
Yeah, yeah. I thought the action was really good, and I thought the story was pretty good. I mean, the thing is that like of course, I thought that should have been the year Okada won, but then I think now looking back with the whole after the match, he breaks down on the way back and stuff like that, and it's just
All right, you there? Accidentally unplugged my mic for a second. Um, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I felt it was good. The whole event overall was a solid. I'd say probably a solid 4 stars for me. What do you think? Yeah. Hmm. Plus, no Suzuki. Uh, no, he was not. But no Suzuki Sakuraba, which kind of ruined last year's Wrestle Kingdom for me. You just like old farts. You're a big Nagata, Mark. Wait. Say that again. No. Haku. Ain't looking like a man. Oh, nobody gets what we're talking about. um, okay, yeah. So everybody, that was our review for Wrestle Kingdom 10. I hope you all enjoyed. We did get a little bit of pyro on there as well, which obviously pleased me. Puddy doesn't really care, but Puddy had to tell me about it when he was watching it. Dave, Dave, oh my God. But yep. One thing you said, not a lot, and I'm like, okay, probably about like maybe 3 seconds, and I'm like, well, damn, that sucked. Yeah. No, it goes match, video, match, celebration. It's not that's not dirty at all. But yeah, feels like 4. Ah, Inga Barnable's are great. Yeah. Did you watch Goto Naito in Japanese or English? Okay, then you didn't hear Strikel say Igno Bernables. Wait, Styles? Striker. Okay, I was like, wait, Joey was there? Yeah. That was good. All right. Anyways, guys, we do hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smack that like button, comment down, subscribe if you know want to see more content like this. Be sure to check out Puddy's channel. It'll be down in the description below. And yeah, he's streaming this as well, so the video will be on up in his end as well. And yeah, Puddy, any last words, promotions, any extra thoughts, any wishes, any regrets, any bucket lists? Isn't there a show tonight? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Later, guys. Yeah.